What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to the $10,000 SBA EIDL stimulus update for Thursday, May the 28th, 2020. Please do me a huge favor. Give this video a thumbs up, hashtag EIDL with your comments below. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got my money on Tuesday, but I ain't going anywhere. I've had a lot of people say, oh, now that you got paid, were you going to take off? You're going to leave us all by ourselves? No. Am I going to run any commercials while I'm fighting to get your fucking money? No. Am I going to go anywhere until I see the head of the SBA in front of a Senate panel explaining why she's violated the law 4 fucking times? The answer is no. So I need you to do me a favor. Thumbs up. Share this video on your wall and put your comments below. On April the 1st, I applied for the $10,000 SBA EIDL grant. On April the 22nd, they pulled my credit at Experian, put the money in my account the same day, $1,000 per employee. And then despite dozens of emails and calls, 800-659-2955 to a Tier 2 agent, I heard nothing. Crickets. One excuse after another. You've heard them all. And then on Thursday of last week, all of a sudden, I get an email portal account. I go on and I say, holy shit, that's several months worth of lost revenue. Within 3 minutes, I signed the documents. 4 hours later, the SBA approved me. 4 days later, I got the money. Nobody called me. Nobody emailed me other than the portal. Nobody asked me for a W-2 or a tax return. Nothing. Huge amounts of money. Over $10 million of funding on this channel alone in the last half a dozen videos. I need every single one of you that's gotten your money, whether it's 150 grand, which is the limit, or $1,000, to step in the comments right now after you share it on your wall. We got to give people hope. I am a glass half full kind of guy, if you haven't figured that out yet. I also don't edit videos, so I just stumbled there. I will never edit a fucking video. The reason I've got 50 million views on LinkedIn is I tell the truth, I get to the point, and I'm not running any fucking ads until you get your money. So, a couple of things you need to know. Do you have to take the loan to get the grant? No. But is the SBA playing games by sending you a loan offer and then paying you the grant? Yes. But you can do a reconsideration on the grant. You can say, I don't want the loan, I want the grant. And in some cases, in the last 72 hours, they're paying that out. But we now have 4 violations at least. And as I've said before, this helps our case. You'll notice there's no major law firm in the game yet. You know why? They're waiting. They're waiting for all the violations to rack up. You were supposed to pay them in 72 hours. You didn't. Nowhere does it say in the CARES Act $1,000 per employee. Now you're playing games by forcing them to do a loan before you give them the grant. I could keep going, but at some point you're going to see a monster law firm step in and say, ding, 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 ding. We're going to sue you for, I don't know, $20 billion. Take a third of the money because that's what lawyers do. And then they're going to dole out to the rest to everybody else a year from now. I don't believe, ladies and gentlemen, our best route is a class action lawsuit. Our best route is what you're seeing right now. One of the last men standing with your help. And thank God there's a few other good channels out there that are still fighting the fight. I'm not going to change the title to this video. I'll tell a lot of people, don't you know it's not 10 grand, Jason? Yeah, I know it's not fucking 10 grand. But every time I do a video that's seen 15 or 20,000 times, Google indexes it. And when I call Rubio, Schumer, Collins, Shaheen, Chris Coons, all of which were senators that wrote the CARES Act, I tell them about this channel. I say it's an election year. And if we don't get our fucking money, we're going to vote your ass out of office. As a matter of fact, I want to see the head of the SBA in front of a hearing. You know, there's a lot of chatter about that. In large part because of crazy motherfuckers like me who aren't going anywhere. Now, I respect the SBA. I can only imagine after talking to some of the Tier 2 agents, they're overwhelmed. But we find out in the last 24 hours, just like I've been telling you, 98% of the denials that are backdated a month are computer generated. They've only processed 100,000 loans, ladies and gentlemen. They couldn't have possibly rejected 3 million people a month ago. It's a computer. And like many of you that have now gotten funding, when you called up Tier 2, 800-659-2955, you found out, gee, I had the wrong routing number, or I didn't have the right EIN number, or I spelled my company name wrong and the computer rejected it. But when you call up and you straighten it out, call a Tier 2 agent. Hey, I haven't gotten my money in 2 months. I'm concerned I fill out the application wrong. Can we please go through it? Some of you have followed that advice and you find out, holy shit, I gave them the wrong social security number. They fix it, and then 4 or 5 days later, you get your loan offer and your fucking grant. Do not give up. I need everybody. Like this fucking video. Share it on your wall. Everyone who's gotten money must comment below. We cannot leave folks abandoned by the street because I've got my money. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not running any commercials. There's no money in this for me, folks. I'm not here spilling my guts and driving up my blood pressure, if you can't tell, to make money. I'm fighting for the little guy and the little gal who got forced into a fucking lockdown and nearly destroyed. But the good news is, I said, over $10 million on this channel in the last half a dozen videos have been funded. 98% of the denials are a computer. So when you get the denial, do something called a reconsideration. I'm going to leave you with an example. Let's pretend I'm an architect in Manhattan and I got shut down. I was forced to close my doors. They send me a denial. One of the biggest bullshit ones of all is, you haven't shown a sufficient economic loss. Yeah, fuck that. So what you need to do is respond with 2 paragraphs, including addressing the reason for the denial. So, hi, SBA. I'm responding to the denial letter that you included below. For starters, I've attached my W-2 and my bank statements to show that in 3 months of forced lockdown, we lost $500,000 of revenue. So respectfully, the reason the computer denied you, of course, I disagree. And then you want 2 paragraphs, a few sentences long, no more than that. Current state going into Corona, future state if you get your money. We were doing really, really well as a 6-person architect firm. We did get our $6,000 of EIDL grant. Thank you very much. But if I had a loan for $150,000, use the formula I gave you, 25% of gross revenue, I could pay my employees and get caught up on rent, and we could finish out this year strong. Simple as that, folks. What was your current state? Maybe you were growing at 20% year over year. You were an architect. You were a flower shop. You were a restaurant. Keep it simple. Attach documents to prove whatever the denial letter was for is wrong. Again, it's a computer-generated bullshit fucking denial. And then I would estimate 70% of the cases, you'll get your money. Folks, I ain't going anywhere. And I know I dropped a lot of F-bombs. I'm sure 90% of my thumbs down on this fucking video because, oh, you gotta swear. Yeah, I do. I'm fired up. I got my money. I ain't going anywhere until I see her ass in front of the Senate to explain why she broke the law 4 fucking times. And I want everybody who's watching right now to get the $10,000 EIDL grant and a loan for 30 years at 3.75 that you don't have to start making payments on for 12 fucking months. Do not give up, folks. I ain't going anywhere. You are going to get your money. So until next time, I hope it helps you. And thanks so much for watching.